Hey everyone, just a quick ask before we get into the newscast. If you really like Wake Up, I would love it if you gave us 5 stars on Spotify or Apple Podcasts and drop a quick comment there to let people know about this newscast. It would really help people discover us. All right, on with the news. Wake up, Cincinnati! I'm Matt Peiken, and this is your local newscast for Thursday, February 12th. Cincinnati officials are moving to get ahead of a potential data center boom without banning the facilities outright. City Council expected to vote yesterday on a 3-month interim overlay district covering more than 22,000 parcels, including parts of Queensgate, Carthage, Oakley, and the East End. The temporary overlay would require proposed data centers to undergo zoning review, weighing neighborhood fit, traffic, air quality, utilities, and water use. Council will also consider launching a zoning study to formally define data centers and set more clear rules with public input. Read more about this in the Inquirer. Hamilton County bridge inspectors and transportation officials are still confronting a familiar hazard: flammable and heavy materials stored beneath major highways. Reporters from WCPO found wooden pallets, tires, mattresses, trash piles, cooking oil dumpsters, tractor trailers, and homeless encampments, some showing signs of past fires, under interstate and U.S. route bridges, including Cincinnati and Lockland. ODOT says it inspects nearly 1,400 bridges a year and pushed for immediate removals when hazards were flagged, but officials acknowledge their enforcement power is limited on privately owned land. Read more about this at WCPO. Hamilton County residents who need help signing up for Medicaid, SNAP, and child care assistance and other supports now have a new place to go. The county's Jobs and Family Services Agency has moved from downtown Cincinnati to a former Mercy Health Office building in Bond Hill, part of a larger shift that will consolidate multiple county operations on one campus. County officials sold the agency's former Central Parkway building, dating to 1878, for $12 million, and the buyer plans to convert it into more than 150 apartments. Read more about this in the Inquirer. Forbes has named 6 Greater Cincinnati companies to its America's Best Large Employers list for this year, based on a national employee survey conducted with market research firm Statista. Cincinnati Children's ranked number 55, and Procter & Gamble ranked 71st, making them the only local organizations in the top 100. Also recognized were Great American Insurance at 338, Air Transport Services Group at 465, Baker Concrete Construction at 571, and Cincy at 595. Forbes says the rankings reflect employee recommendations and ratings of pay, benefits, and workplace environment. Read more about this in the Cincinnati Business Courier. And a tiny 100-watt low-power FM station in Raleigh, North Carolina is putting its WKRP call letters up for auction, inviting Cincinnati area broadcasters to, quote, bring WKRP home, even though no Cincinnati station has ever officially used those call letters. Station manager D.P. McIntyre says his nonprofit owner, Oak City Media, hopes proceeds will support struggling low-power stations. The calls carry extra nostalgia because the CBS sitcom WKRP in Cincinnati originally aired from 1978 to 1982. A private auction is expected to wrap by the end of April. Read more about this at WVXU. Our free newsletter is a quick local news digest, essentially this newscast in written form. Subscribe at wakeupcincy.transistor.fm. You can also find us on Facebook and Instagram at wakeupcincy. And please share this podcast with your friends who care about this city. I'm Matt Peiken. Thanks so much for starting your weekdays with Wake Up Cincinnati.